Kaya lang gifting ina. Ana chakiti alwas fit man tiene ba. Okay.
Excellent. So what a life. There are already two, three people that are watching that I can see at the back end. So thank you so much. They're already for perfect. So if you are just joining this show today, we are live with Maj Samuel Bear, famously known as Dr. Maj, a public health advocacy medical student, but Broadwell and Pikurba Shine taken away from him. I just want to say welcome. Akol Zulu, you already put a comment there watching from Kwajok. So tell us where you are joining from. Share this conversation because it's really, really a very important topic that we are tackling today. If you don't know me, I am the U10 host, Akwal Philip. Few of my colleagues, Echiben Yakuduka, we were having some technical challenges. They might join us later, some of my co-hosts. But for now, on the stage is a special guest, my Samuel. He's going to talk more about productive health. And there are many topics in Kejam on his page, Dr. Match. Now, if you can go right now, search Dr. Match and follow that page because there's wealth of information that may not be shared here on this platform, but you can benefit from it. If you are new to the U10 page, we are an advocacy platform. Our work is to educate, inspire, and spotlight the great work that young people in our community and women are doing. And so today we are spotlighting Dr. March to talk about health. And there are many people you can drive bed, and some of them may be watching. Anyaro Kuala, and yes, is also watching all the way from Minkamang. So share the video, and I don't want to take a lot of time introducing this. Samuel, welcome on the U10. I just want to take this opportunity to give you the chance to introduce yourself to your people, to our community, and to tell us how you developed this passion for health advocacy before we can dive into the real meat of today's discussion. Take it away.
And thank you, audience, for the Banman call. Which I come out shout out to Anyar Kuala Anyar. He has been doing a good work there. All the time, in jam about culture affecting communities along the chair and other things. A very important analytic in a channel analytic all the time. Any child might have copy and a chapping and up and child might my Samuel Bear and medical student going to Ethiopia, went to third year. And some years back, Rancho died most of the time on social media. Quite and then like we see people posting good news of their loved one, like their wives, their mothers. And when I look at that, and other people they have like kidney issues. It's not because that but they don't have adequate knowledge will be cannot prevent on time government ke chirka na doing medicine na kan chagwa lawyer graduate and student can were entitled noni system alloy then what I know like knowledge is internet is now but and what I can give out by and public I can give it out whenever quite look at a face I know we can point. Right now, I'm not a medical student who I'm not yet licensed. So, probably now where I think that I have learned them. Who I important and I will do a lot of
Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much for sharing that. And medical student, you already, in the field, general knowledge. And of course, when it comes to health, misinformation, like you on Facebook or your YouTube page. But if not any specific topic, Dr. Michael, you want to know more information, kindly consult your doctor to verify some of this information if you want to apply it in your own life. If you think that this message is well researched and you believe it is true, absolutely go away with it. So thank you, Manda. We will go back to the question. So you speak a lot about reproductive health. You talk about reproductive rights and awareness. So my first question is, how can awareness and access to reproductive health services reduce the stigma around the topic of infertility? Many people a topic in our community. So I could buy judging who back always what is that, and you question to the answer.
Okay. The bank long infertility by the way. The Tongjang infertility Chiran lang that ability benefit. Either you might or take, but long the tradition Lembana Namdia, Mishla, and at the end of the day, I look at neglecting and Mojablock and he thinks that maybe he has the capacity to reproduce, watching maybe is facing the same thing, or she along with some issues. So take out some of the stigmas of a chicken. But Bijaban, EMK, infertility, infertility at all in very many ways, but I think I understand. Even on top of it, there are certain things they use, and those things are not really good. Possible infertility, I love like if a man is unable to erect or to ejaculate, because in the body erect but cannot ejaculate, I don't talk about. So in the battery infertile, one of the things una can die the loy tackle at a younger age because in our villages, quite to okay, all the time, quite kalam maybe or along the loy one time to injal yiko, especially ita in the apatoka chikaba. Kujal guy because the point by in the job lady and coffee and medium by and then fix maybe this one massage more and then abjad them but ita ni along the nerves so can nerves ka kai in chali erect ku kai in chali so bija more ya ku bijal de kenapa kira lui damage kwa ken kan lo check na bi tin of ka hospital lo check ku jara dirmia ke naps ku jeria zaman binin ya puberty so you may have problems with producing that waka you can use in a daily basis to manage cosmetic. Let me just say on top of even me I've used something that can affect my reproductive health mentality. In case man call it, if angela in the store allow ukachakala wa aka chairman pew or ka chairman juice ke to china si angela with sabun angela with angela with perfume kaka they affect our reproductive health when it can affect I hormones I can disrupt kaka I get all endocrine disrupting chemicals or compounds and you can just use every day by taking it. So at the end of the day, I hormones by equal affected. Then cover and in lung issues with reproduction. That all the reproduction will affecting them. You see, as a young man or a young woman, so now local we marry me. You could and we create a young. So you have like a man is trying like to please a woman, and by going, let me say you will that you last long, and lasting long, you have like to go up and around. Let me say that you have. Okay, I'm sorry because I'm will talk like I keep don't I think I will accept some time because I'm going to go. But let me just put it like that. So you have to place it, and if you go like the first time, you may go many rounds. You think and Ballot many rounds doesn't really mean that Kloy is that you are going to get a baby at the end of the day. Because if you don't know your menstrual cycle partner, you need quit which actual time you a time or you will make you. And you are going so many rounds. And you know sperms come out they take like 74 days when and then 74 days you can in another structure actually with diamonds. I've been mature thing for 1 day or 2 days, typically mature. Now in below like the first round, in below like 3 rounds, 10 and another time that on the rounds. Now sperms when chicken oil, ejaculate all, and even it is not a right time, suppose meeting we could see. And at the end of the day, you have like depleted sperm, Sperm to don't turn about and I sperm to move the mature. Now time is supposed to be to can conceive. Yen added 14 of Jabania. Unabi that day twelve take stays only for 24 hours or 12 hours. Below fertilize. Una can low fertilize, the 12 it has to die. And then sperms will wait that don't keep your garden and keep your 12 the sperms are token and sperm to do as sperm water can be mature and they cannot be able to fertilize it. Now, take every fertilizer and the problem. So you have to begin another cycle. And you even don't know what you're doing. So most of us couple, it is just a chance that you beat it and all those things at the end of the day, I can't keep a idea by the big lawyer, which in Mandra, you can balance, well upon a came to wait a lot of while. And the problem that we can minister cycle, I can go understand, but target one by either you could one lawyer, like a family planning, which could be backward, like every day you maintain a card. So I understand it. Now, along the main thing Banagla Tintanaka you can use it. So Kachirmani bottles you can use it. Kachirmani cosmetic yarn, walang perfume, walang sabun, and kenelo nang dia maybe. So they are all the time they are in contact with the sabun. And I would call it. Bani young thing I call it to Kaba Bani, Pajakawa, you are there with all your detergent. Work they have chemicals, they hormones will disrupt. The chemicals are Jaquetia, and people lawyer chemicals, they are natural hormones they go so they pretend they impersonate those hormones which yet they are not the one working. Only hormones, reproduction, written and they have specific time when they will produce the specific time in the jar. And actually by producing much amount, that they have negative feedback to your brain. And then your brain has to shut off the main hormones when you produce. Then they will not be produced anymore. So if you are using these chemicals, by work all the time, it can do it have like our body can like the world. So all those chemicals go to your body. Your perfume, alam koi ka gaya ngan perfume and other half and kalam parts like you cotton. And those things are blowing your body. Every day I use it every day. You cosmetic one can be you can you good right. Have those chemicals. So they may assume take any not good ramen times a day. Apart from the being toy, apart from spray that I will be only in way, the pesticides, you use all those things I learned and I hormones quite well disrupt and they will mimic the work of the hormone or receptors, the hormones are equal block. When actually receptors, the hormone will block. Let me say that receptor progesterone will blocked by that particular chemical. So for progesterone, you have a problem. And let me say that some hormones are being regulated, like they will contribute to production of certain hormones. And article will produce in higher amount, then they will block their production. Normal natural hormones will go to produce article will block. And then article will block then they will not be there available. And then you are infertile because you cannot conceive. Hormones are messed up in the body. So, and some of these things, alarm chemical nature tell it. And then this tell it, a progesterone eto man kapwan ya one it is used like a benga plastic then can only be flexible. And also using kind of fragrance. Fragrance I can watch it. Fragrance I look be natural, but along a lot of chemicals they can manufacture. When it can all be ganyan like alam call we choose perfume and young much but perfume how you be how does it smell that way so alam chemical you can use my pellet. So that pellet a perfume and the more being a watch and pellet, yan perfume and pellet. So could win yan watch now in public in the way and so abajala moy go to jala TikTok and perfume and wine direct to your skin or you coat in a pulse lang pulse bed kabonyan all those things are like sabun bana like in color. So I can advise sometime by China, let me say along with those hard bioma, Chabaloma, but other chief in core construction we use it. Sometimes we wash. And in a core Kawajadi, they are using washing machine. So budget why they are using washing machine. A chin can take the out of those chemicals all the time. So along chemical electron paraben. So paraben are your cosmetic you require use care preservatives in cosmetic or estrogen and one mimic work like estrogen. And now estrogen will mimic to allow in your body in a huge amount. So it will tell your brain that there's a lot of estrogen, yet there's no estrogen anymore. And estrogen, clear law, it helps the endometrium to develop time when changing shape and new nice nadia like a new follicles and like a new cell. So progesterone of release kind of go endometrium chala lui develop causing to menstruate. Now even paraben when I releasing a lot go in huge amount to our the higher control center that we block. Because along hormone natural follicles stimulating hormone to create our pituitary gland. So that follicle stimulating hormone then can burn into your ovary. Like burn in your ovary, cover new follicles like your new eggs. Like new eggs, those new eggs are estrogen, big release, big and endometrium, they repair for the new cells because they prepare for implantation. Now, what another would parabentia not in your body. So, being overall, it has to shut up the higher control centers. Naturally, shut up Pegbraloid and endometrium. And another thing, follicles melting hormone will shut down because it doesn't want like new follicles to be made to estrogen the blood. So Kibraloid and all there's no new follicle made and which are infertile, so every contributing. So aga already along here to all discuss with you. So this first one on you in plastic said like bottle. Along bottles for an you kala with coffee to be yaka and like a pillow with yellow in the color. They are one time use bottle and all those things along they have those chemical and I been into contact and with like let's assume that you put a hot coffee inside and that hot coffee you could going well. So the chemical it has a chance when you leak into your coffee or any drink you use and at the end of the day you are taking those chemicals and hormones quite can disrupt and the infertility in the children. So we have pesticides that can use like an spray, like many fruits, vegetables, we can. So pesticides are also hormone disrupting chemicals. So API right now, all foods could do get them to work or vegetables go work before being get job. Because I don't quite popular. Now, tell us things that especially in Africa, maybe I should attend to one Canada. You get your tea and mirror. So, when the fruit of a quite and the tea. So, now the tea tenala were born in the garden, working in Iowa. Because along Kakaka, we pick direct from the tree. I are clean. Like in Chirki, clean here. That's the chemical term direct. Hormones calculate discover and get the children. So along with the yaga and visa. So most of the visa are plastic. So plastic along the same issue. So metabijaro the visa is and Korean hormones calculate discover. Nale building is still a phone toys and the love the taboo. So they are still I think time content they are toy that kind of thing. So by fragrance maybe might let me say couple bakala colon job petroleum jelly fragrance and we are better candidate. So we jump at money antioxidant because antioxidant are chemicals are big try being work. So very important can we jump at manufacturer vegetables antioxidants at money varies which are fruits in citrus fruit with legumes from people and by the other antioxidants are the things those chemicals are equal in your body. in the long infertility level will be chicken because I can you can do all the time every day. But you know maybe you can prevent it. Nalang injury sa kayo man do mo din yung man no tilon ko tani tapin. So alam lang na injury kunale dir niya kala mishla. Megalo yalu erect because along different nerves when it can be controlled. You have to actual erection, which allow to actual emission ejaculation. So while I'm parasympathetic nerves kaka in chali erect. So parasympathetic nerves na luiki, then you can erect. But sympathetic nerves na tiria, long ita you your sacral nerves, plexus then you cannot ejaculate. So you erect, you don't ejaculate. You have problem with erection. While some guys like they buy last long. They take those drinks and well, can you last long. I got call when long issues with the erection, so along erectile dysfunction. And then for you, you're going to take it because you are showing that you are by then. The big order, we are used to it, we are used to it all the time. And at the end of the day, then you have nothing to do. So you cannot erect, you cannot do any other things. The problem can so it can lead to infertility. So infertility actually got your actually around. If your partner is infertile, well, you can see what test whether because it is blame Benachel and Yankee. Mochera level of Mishla. Level problem meaning because you're misusing your sperm right? Sperm count already. Sperm count if you're low feedback like are you ejaculating frequently? So you have low sperms when talking mature. And then problem when you affect human sexually transmitted diseases. And it will affect later long many later production of non-muscular production of sperms. You could have a long infertility.
No, thank you, thank you. And question you better long. We got that already 27, 28 people look at this video share biochemistry class, even and people will learn this video only belong around you know, even I know around who is trying now belong with question to achieve with you. This information may help now okay young person and planning belong with in the future, having ideas on how to protect themselves or how to keep themselves, you know, in greater position, we can meet in future. I can live no message. Sorry about that. So look at this video share and thank you, Alakir. We are expecting you on the studio. Thank you to see you on the comment section. Where can we die? You can share mind and there's two things that stood out for me. And I care more of biology, can more of naira and when could infertility could ye follicles and those biology terminology so which are very easy to understand. So you raise a very important point, awareness point in our community that you know na chete kuchutia kuachin acham meta chi do yo ka ga ka plato tingo na lo ayete no mishkala a big issue in our community, a myth that if I read message you can maybe a tick. You know, but you raise important awareness that sometimes only be a much. Yeah, no, can we big much be an effect, live when chi me be. And so back him a car, I see a tick me pia came, both take much, you lock him, go big like check your cake. So that message we ran, ping it or ran the video low. It occurred, but you know, no ran do. No issues have been met. Don't look maybe and also don't think that maybe a nyan to go to like chat you know those are the things you can think in our community or or maybe because she uses contraceptive you have raised a lot of other chemicals that affect body that are not even part of the contraceptive use or have nothing to do with or have nothing to do with normal normally in the body your hormones are upside down cause but just the something went missing so you have raise awareness about important chemicals. My second thing to also to learn is that there are things you can use in the way mindless. The man here, you can jam more or I didn't work out proud. Yidian, yingo, or kind of work a champ, receive when you work a champ. You can go without thinking how they affect our hormone, how they affect our, reproductive health. And you share them in greater detail with example and a bira and a blopping you and that a little bit now. So thank you so much. My next question, just building off that and to take it from medical, deep in medical to a layman language. How do you, advise, young couples who are, who are stuck, in this infertility, place? Point raising here, but I can't preventative. But if someone is already in it right now, they have been trying for 3 months, they have been trying for 1 year. Watching kitchen rot. Maybe you lock him, quack him, quan and go diagnose it and back home. Sometime I check what you do coin. Maybe I'll well being we can use. What are some of the strategies can you, share that that might help them? Queen?
Okay, like non new couples when it is hard beginning. So first of all, the couple will understand is menstrual cycle how you can natural way in to get a child. So na the menstrual cycle is will understand. Ki le ba you or ba especially call when chico beginning and they are taking like contraceptive. Menstrual cycle is will understand how kile ba other contraceptive do meaning girl chibili atare but now because we get long menstrual cycle the new couple here alloy like the common menstrual cycle every year 28 days in common and to 28 days they are taking like 2 weeks 2 weeks which is 14 14 so kira loy kwen ke jari na ko na la ke ya 28 days kira loy ke ba jara ko kwen zaman ke ya yi na ja ko di man month ke calendar but I say month ke calendar because zaman in ban puberty je wo zaman bin jalo menstruate like the first time bin menstruate alo ban pa chale so ki lumbas the first day you know menstruate. Let me say that this month into menstruate in that five. Then get that one when I mean. So man yan that one when I mean is yung ulo rata ko yung menstruate. Kini lu menstruate akin na akin rata dama. So tong jeng akin lon yana go te ya take so inside here in chola dear ban long be na lang nam different name but it chukum yen to long kenya jama yin na ka in ka dear but lang in different parts. So a uterus in English. So natural implantation generally pictured at the end ka blue ministry. So kinjal kwendwa ja gole time. So copper be minister menstrual cycle I understand look jab painting because I will explain. So kubra no im gole kwendwa one. Kultum kula walu im ministry. Na takwan ja gole time ke baloy im kota ko lang ko like for 3 days, 4 days, long ko up to 7 days, but I check so 3, 4, 5 na check it. So 3, 4, 5 in women straight and on the kilo rata walls the earth collapse. So actually collapse block to that 14. That 14 and call any release. Then that 14 can call a theater one bilingual one of the call theater one in the call and release. A caller and then call in the that day. Yeah. Or I care that is so specific with the 14 and yeah, palms along chances like along power one and we stay there for 3 days. So 3 days, I live about from the 11, the 12, the 13, and the 14. So now tell you, general the 11, these palms are living to stay, I will survive for the next 3 days. We will to release on the 14. The 14 time we did one release, these palms will to survive, I will be get to fertilize. Now, Iran will call what did the so we call like that from day 1, day 2, day 3, when you it administrating, you cannot meet because I 30 days. Kakale baloy ta na to administration. Iran when you then you have a chance in a sex with your plate. But not a lot and all at 11, then you can stop because your sperms are able to stay for long. Gago talk na alam ko ko like na tanya ya by accident ku jalle in jala pin ya wa ka yo an ko chir ka ne ku jakari ya rete now assuming that what you do so ku wangen wa ni de so in a tit your sperms were waiting by the 14 tit wang ban it is already fertilized gago talk so now the 14 when jana lo ga en tuang release Braloid and along other 3 days to call because our body digest is so perfect. So everyone is not perfect. So I love blue release earlier or blue release later. So other 3 days I love Bagagam from 15, 16 to 17. I love Bagagam because anything. When Iran went to Kurme, then from that 11 to that 17, that day is into about sex actually not later because anything can happen. Your sperms can stay for long, the fertilization will be 14, or the actual the release of either keraloid at 14, keraloid at 15, or keraloid at 16 or 17, or keraloid 10. So when the cut up. When I check to release, keraloid in the next days, implantation and go by we expect in the next on the 20. And then you can implantation we expect the thing time. Nakin implantation then your walls of the other got shaded. In the kidney you know cramps are about and before even the ministry cramps are because along hormone when you drop progesterone. Progesterone, let me say like a chairman which one you twang a jipi chen kwe kalang kiden dong ye chol kwe which yeah na kwe to produce progesterone so on the 14 ka twang a blue release alang ke ban by tin that's the twang but alang ke yo circle ka chol granulosa cell ku ya cells so aja dong uka ka chol ngare corpus luteum. I call corpus luteum in English. Okay, they have to produce progesterone. And progesterone, the walls of the uterus, and it makes it like to develop arteries. Arteries like iron. When not implant, then supply blood and other nutrients. Developed and motility uterus are reduced. And uterus the motile like young contract then kulameta later and abu baby so you have to lose it but I can always relax the alloy are there I always secret mucus when talking very thick mucus very thick even all is palm the bana you can so a chairman every eye car chocolate chongla the line so it is very slow it cannot go so fast younger again oil like it is slow secretion are very thick and sperm I can and the eagle oil progesterone which oil release in a high rate. So cable oil has to go and stop whenever you are follicle stimulating hormone. So follicle stimulating hormone are like particular oil stop. Then that's a new tongue when birth will produce. So you have no new egg. So in kilobaya pregnant again. And then a kilogram oil so either you're pregnant once or you restart again. So Iran when call like it is very hard for men when back so yaga try yaga quit from the one administration to you can now start playing your sex on the 11, the 13, the 14. And then up to the 17 you can be doing it. In Iran when like people like trying to prove themselves doing sex and it is not worth it. So you are just playing sex, not knowing is the egg there, you want to fertilize it. Now, Leo, when you have started your sex from 7, because the other day, from, let me say, like from day 5, Once BT when you stop menstruating, so take a clean already. So I can very well already stop. So you are starting to play sex, and then all your sperms are getting finished, and you are remaining with sperms when suppository time is the candle will develop like for 1 day or 2 days could be mature. I mean, I can always talk with Jabba be mature with Jabba. Now, Abagajabu tolerate and when you reach the 14, there's nothing for you to use. So, infertility, then you have to restart again. Some people you leave long area, so in your barrier, you find like the woman has already ovulated. You know, you ovulate. When I tell you ovulate, him jaban with your goal. Already go ovulation to love. So you are wasting your sperm that time. There's nothing you are doing. When I menstruation jago then you are waiting, when menstruation will stop and you continue, you are finishing your sperms and your sperms without an eye can continue to work. So and there are some people like they try too much to get it with you like the one boys who take a giving all the time. So not too long now like do kache TV and time. So everything at all change because traumatic the only chromosome X and like twelve chromosome X. So ku yin mo jinga jalang X ku jalang Y. So let me assume that tonku yin yamo jiban, like let me say sperms to I get release along X and Y. Okay, jalo determine yet na chikanga of fertilization and our sperms like X it is sometimes it is slower sometimes. The Y is fast, so it goes and naturally into the fallopian tube cause to fertilizing fallopian tube. So natural ala kule to fertilizing eggs because in law very early you begin sex very early around it 11, 12, 13. So those eggs, sperms when we survive, along high chances when you get eggs. So those sperms will survive. We just fertilization of the body. Kabia XX kuyen kabia nyakana. So scientifically, you have to wait. Now you have to deal call. You have to wait on 14. Because on the 14, now then sperm Y has to go so fast because along the high speed, more rate than X fertilization of go to XY. So that's how you can manipulate your cycle. And then can on the beginning that that you have to stop, like you don't want to conceive or you don't conceive. So long call when a journal like along contraceptive that I meant and I use it to upper small. So I use this painkiller. Now children young learn that the painkillers can work. They can work maybe some extent a little bit hormone but they have a lot of effect on your body. Like painkillers, how does it work that you don't feel pain taking painkiller? How to work with that? Go to test them to talk. You can what diet it means that in that area along inflammation a lot. And the area low inflammation a lot the white blood cells are trying to fight pathogen which can come which can a little bit microscopic or a little bit come to accommodate the alu ranja kapi ko right and then ade ku jara kapi no be my go now kubra loita today in pass anything to hear anything to ke chirman painkiller so air when we ade internet supply ke ga and it actually yana na loya ngade yana na yana jani ra renga lo internet supply so literal rara ku kai ga shut down so kan yaki na nyake actually enough blood will flow through blood and actually enough blood will flow through blood and it means that white blood cells actually a lot low. And actually white blood cell lot and a lot then inflammation of will reduce. When the kirati like develop a small pain and will reduce. Now you are taking it being care a way of contraceptive. At the end of the day, in your stomach, in your intestine, ilang no stomach or the kola you try yaja to yamba na jela yaja English ya jaba take the jala stomach intestine. Now in your stomach, a low supply have kukera they are bringing oxygen, bringing nutrient, and others are removing waste product. Now I will call me because you can on painkiller, any painkiller, but you have to go and stop them. Now, there are some hormones that are released that are trying to protect your lining, your stomach from acid to alcohol supply of blood. And then and some other so alcohol supply of blood and some nutrients. So kala ku chicken oil shut up ala kibro lo yang of guy flame cooking the crab and so you see like even women they use it during their cramps, big cramp will stop, nylon painkillers. Nowadays most of the women use painkillers, they bigger cramps can stop. They have gastritis, they have kayabura, you get your bura from the so you have to at the end of the day you're getting you get to talk about it. So you have to stop like using painkillers, meaning kitchen reading and one stop. And you stop if you want to use it as a contraceptive or you are using it as a way being have problem with my throat will dry. So you use painkillers care contraceptive care, but use care when being choked on cramps when in a way of boy. So chain on tolerant. So cramps alang kaya ka use like in by more alang kaya ka or like women can use like quite a channel and use the word they try to massage you. You can use that kind of thing than using kachirmani painkiller. So the long question when like ngade partners on core mother. That's how you can manipulate your menstrual cycle. Being in a man who call me. Nachi jari ya kachin man tayo when you're following your cycle very well. Kura ba yalo ta jakla pana in jalan. Hormones conjectory yes kachin time. You go in a better hospital. Do lo nang di tola kana ni jakarta ni or do lo pana because they're very cheap. It is affordable to you. No, Jaka in a proper hospital. Good comprehensive checkup your lawyer and then you get to know your own problem. Then problem within you in it because in the babai on someone go reading and watching them. And then from there, parents sometimes are very stubborn at it. Actually, we learn and the baby gaga chirman sexual transmitted diseases. When I look at sexual transmitted diseases, doesn't mean that the baby can get it through sex. Unless you from the mother during birth. Every token. Kuna laga sexual transmitted diseases ke ban kan ne HIV kinda AI na laga nang STI ke ye de kana kinda but aga ga ta jika sexual transmitted diseases they can have effect na ni long time in what in yan kin what ya and I don't know problem around already in ke infertility because infertility ek ba ke dite ga ke ta in a specific way and STI and urinary tract infection. From urinary tract infection, they'll be going because women like along the openings. Then why only that one pipe in the thing, but but now women they have the like thing and the other one for reproduction. Anything the other side not to lower affect and so some of the diseases I can ship. So in the time.
Wow, wow, wow. That is very, very, very informative. Very, information very loaded. I've learned a lot, and I know now we caught up in ten. Thumb up, we share. Na no question, don't no question. Go to go toilet na. So I can teach and question. Kokero can teach. Bakaka audience. So if you have any question or any misconception, do chandoi ping kwa question to be the teaching ka pajama teaching. When we talk about reproductive health, Dr. Mike, how many people that are watching here, I think a topic you don't discuss. Even menstrual, conversation actually happen between near kind of American. or ben can working or ben bukola pana ke bukola jame ka in our culture I taboo. And so right now there's so much rampant, infertility cases or cases when chen ko chenga ko ja chi dit ko ju jare long ju nu and even here again ko ju chi yumi ko dit mashallah thank god, but ko lu struggle and kitchen on ben when I wala ke ka wa jar ka o ko a chi kur bu ni non ko maybe kange middle okay. So there's so much misinformation, maybe like contraceptive, like I call a woman says this. There's so many things jam. So in for the U-turn page today to host you, but some of the things when that are factual, but then share. Kubaka yen guidance chiman chinelwe na chaka the same kuin chiman menstrual cycle do I try to match ku yin moji a yin ken kakula tall way because right now in our community I polygamist and so maybe chika kala tang way somewhere go jeka jera ben ka tok te na ka be lui ka dung ku chi ben yo ke yin ka ja no problem and because they are ko ka yo mis ke yin te ke chin mi yo is because yin ke problem ko ku ka ala to way before ben do ben so so I hope where would figure you are taking note chaka diar budulumu because the issue of sperm count, low sperm count is happening a lot. You ping and you fly. The issue with non in like me do a jump it young data kind of judge in the maybe value and now heart disease or heart issues that are affecting male reproductive health. And of course, use you car or your rate man welcome to bed to bed or get be impressed or something. So those things are not impact if you are now focusing on your family for a pound to grow and you are trying your best but not young in Kenya much. And of course, when they are not political wellness, so really, really very rich conversation, very factual, and that's how it should be. So the next question about contraceptive. You know, jam on your page about abuse of contraceptive. Okay, your contraceptive a new concept in our community. Our grandmothers and mothers they use their traditional ways of family planning, but the generation then a man one on different resources or uh, ways to do family planning, including sometimes book abuse. So, what information do you know about this? What are the short-term, long-term health risks of contraceptive abuse, and how can proper use be promoted? Maybe I'm going to a bit about what contraceptive is. Don't we young but non cock pingin and non cock use well, and then but what how is it abused? And how can that abuse lead to issues of infertility or other issues health and how how well-being can be promoted. So a loaded question, but take it away.
Okay. Yeah, ni contraceptive protein, but the tongjang contraceptive ka wani ni karaga chimma bijo. Mostly I idea, but they have a lang ka kok chika loy ka chiman condoms. So yang ka do bi use kana, but nang dia ya lang ka bi ka use ka bi ka din den, but wa parents on talk here. So what I think contraceptive you can use, and you can use like you have really to abstain. For abstinence and then a natural way of contraception by that time. So I ran jar long tea, the rare would ku tinge ato ti bai. And I zaman mi akene japing ya kume the law level mi abere nyete, then you have to come and put another child. But there's no way a quick minister cycle you know count at the chicken a chicken India lawyer did by the time. So it is everything they need law it was always based on luck. So na cha luck it may be MK na can be MK but you have to abstain na chiti na chidi. They are abstinence we ya actually ya na langu get ya then then that's where you start. So the contraceptives then kaya ka ja use tene nango dia agake and kaya ka use some of them alang kaya ka deki and along ko ya maintain ke the P2. So P2 ka when you ka like so urgent. In Iran when very urgent. So you have now to ask yourself, why using it? You married partner. Kaya kada ya married in a time when I pass. So and at the end of the day, it contains progesterone. And progesterone, you go a hormone nature progesterone. And it is not the natural one talking about. Eka when you know check the synthesize.
Hey, and what jam about contraceptive? My internet they will drop a blood to chain. Alakir, thanks for your question about past now my chin ben to talk more about men gene and the health very important topic and diet as well. And then there's also question China Saniol which is teaching me about having sex during menstruation and how that issues or you're good. So welcome back, Dr. Mike. If you are able to speak, take it away.
Okay. So I will cover many hormones you can use many the two when you use kalang kai kade like contraceptive when you kade. So I progesterone kai may contain a little amount of estrogen. But progesterone clear you want to go like tell well when progesterone and we produce someone community like so the man do blood intake bukar at service buka choy very fit against pambo to be chen tuang da very bad so so imi jala ko je de progesterone when yanki jalo chir kai so if you go to a ni that you are pregnant and yang ka talk ni either la man talk at man talk it doesn't care la man talk because it doesn't know la man talk but since progesterone at all they like in that you're pregnant so pregnant state of jal ngadi of jal mood and you go and progesterone which to be the atala because you are taking it along there are some near warm walk either warm ring it or kaja and those things they work for years in better which is 5 years we're talking in so especially most koi user common can get and then you ask yourself why they are doing that. That you know, and they are very why they are doing it. And then in Jatoya, in Jalia, for 5 years, in Jalia, man Chibabe. Now, Kibraloid and progesterone, which is the go is too much, it's more than Kibraloid, Kablo in your higher centers. Your yin, progesterone are too much. So, man, keep progesterone are too much. Common follicles, no, if one lawyer, stop because he yeah? So now legal was stop our legal up. There's no new follow being made. So yin in Yanya, God will avoid design or in Yatik, avoid design like a lot of puberty, that's 14 years, approximately 15 years, is a program in space. Yeah? And can control the hormone quite control in that way because the economic manual to be developing in that or India. Then I think to one very well you go. And then in your high center, in anterior pituitary, along the hormone of polystimulating hormone, and along cells, and the cells, glory, akal shot, a polystimulating hormone, chicken value. Who was shot for many years, Abkal was shot like maybe for 5 years, I think actually value. So I've lost undertake on atrophy like a big knowledge, let me say, because they are not functioning. Kimani, let me ask you an example. Koi the gym, no na chara ni jeng gym team ka kodir, but na gym pol ka ko no ko do pe so because cells we are blocking and at the end of the day, na Iran will can use for long time. So a baby and at the beginning in India or you now want to get a baby. So a baby and because those cells are unable to produce more glucose stimulating hormone in enough number or to barrier and not stimulating anything. Then get to look and into then get to but along Katir Kaga John Nopla, Naka when you do the same work. Balang today, you intrauterine devices. So intrauterine devices, they are plastic. or the chairman is steel wire, the copper. So I talk inside the tip. And the network in that when you railway implanting. And team railway implanting and reason in it out and Asia Natalia. Come as suppose people were implant, no, you're implanting the uterine wall. But when you talk, at the time, human anomaly, and say, so it has to block this side of the uterine. Now, what one little way fertilize, catching the better not better how they, so it has to continue going. And you know your hormones are working well, so you have to menstruate still. And actually menstruate, then those either your copper when either is steel wire by plastic to talk either thin so to talk as actually bad them to when yeah suppose when end them when you have like heavy bleeding and so conversation bleed and the liberaloid and metallibranol implant anywhere, maybe at the cervix or at the fallopian tube. Kide ne no la medero chila diet talking so okay to topic pregnancy can I and then the when you're talking bad thing related to child pelvic inflammatory disease because about in your uterus not out and all like our pelvis is jolly inflamed so inflammation chairman wala bu but na ci but kiti toka le braloy and diet ko ku piara loy and even in the ngari fallopian tube to toka le braloy and ku na ci but then the toka braloy ku in fallopian tube alang sika ka ke chol cilia to so ka kai kwang ka kai ke I lui bit na era anjikala science class the cilia to yum so kiki loy like I at for I can yai and was I would and the same thing on the network by the banner getting from loy plant. Now cilia the which area because inflammation are loy who zaman ya gelin kor in ko ba jala ku ngade abjabe be yene kudun wane chatawo intrauterine device we. So inja ko ba jal digman fertilization of the loy a fine of the loy and at the end of the day I can cilia be like a number of cilia can be reduced because ngari cilia are here. So ga yen tuang of the implant anywhere on the wall of on the wall of endometrium. Natural way implant and all yen ke ectopic pregnancy. So natural way implant at the ko injili at the ko. Na kan ye do lo check ke bro lo ten kan ye lo da lo check a the ko correct yen ye fallopian tube a little correct that problem I mean and then pelvic inflammatory disease ada alla big lock like ovaries for effect we need to manage chitin na chi can be affected ala ke ovary alla will react and then ovary which react that's the only place that it will lo ti na chi react in chitoke na do in chitok chirka do react in the forever so unless ba jala lo na di ka ge chol in vitro fertilization ke yen met yen tuom lo no ku let how this could be no spam ko bot ko ke na chi chi ma chi na statement do bi implantation lo a jo ka how ye ka chi so em chi ka kana so jala chi na ga to ke chi and na di ro ti na pa so that all walang barrier methods. Barrier methods are actually condom you can use. So condom is a better but I quite big I can move real community then. The umbrella are using condom the first question. It comes from female. Yeah, wait and then use condom. So condom which you use, then you are planning. Get out and either balia or sexually transmitted diseases. It's one of the two unless na rindu pure yaka ina lenga ya tawo chicken. So condoms are okay to use and check with what shy away, but you also have to have this on why you are having sex, are you married or you're passing time and consequences depend can and so you have to know this is bakaya which is along the year use a child diaphragm. So diaphragm either a tower and cervix tipping. So the cervix close and just pumps it uterus. So again, along a lot of different banking. Possible around to toxic shock syndrome because diaphragm ko Iran ko use che dia ta pa na kem ko bajala pandemic ne ki ta to man kondo ni ado why they use gonna spermicide so some of the chemical they use gonna go point sperm you cannot so they kill sperms but now the China tower la ko yan tonga lo cause it tonga abi chemicals na molecular thing those chemicals are blood direct to your blood because the talk to your can access will and blood vessels will damage and those chemicals are going direct to your blood system. Natural chemicals in your blood is to your system. So what and kekebra and toxic shock syndrome. So right, right, inflammation of the and cervix is one of the things. So, another method or use of chemicals which are always so there are chemicals when it gets found now like iron idea environment inside the vagina inside the cervix. I can be a very asherated sperm so they have to kill sperms. Hello, ke kaja to ka very se ba ka chimane iridi method. I think rhythm method when being in the menstrual cycle but ya when I know to nyen and ben so more than Iran will have a 28-day cycle. So you have to skip, you have like a G-sex below 3 days before the 14 day and 3 days after 14 days. So you have to start like from the 11th below up to around the 17. But 3 days, 14 at then 3 days earlier and 3 days after you have to do nothing there. So because those are the danger days when the wheat is one of the things. And then we have physiological methods. When chair available for sex, so you have to abstain from sex. It is one of the way you can do it. It's another contraceptive, by the way. So in Iran, when you get in you have to, you can withdraw, and get a withdrawal method. Maybe ci có cái plan tai ci kan ping na Iran inam kan tao ci kan take so along withdrawal method like the cordon will release in the mo then you have to remove it but it's just so effective because mo jale tala mirtin or antile tala mirtin then you can able to withdraw okay in tila kaitin and along the jota timani yi ngadi abortion jale like carry out so one of the contraceptive method but kajata na problem already so you have to do abortion in January so you abstain one of the way of avoiding pregnancy so the without contraceptive method waja lang ko kon min tini jari ya ko waja to sign west ya yin nan kawai kawani min ga jala direct surgical method kawani min ga kitin mani vasectomy meaning alang ke chol was different the jala tambi nani in yamwe go James pounds of that taken so can a permanent way to infertility forever which koromet unity ke ada employer ada ngade ba yutan ngai chol ba fallopian tube kala tem ko ago ngade go tuam jabatin another way and then you have to see why you're doing it and into government forever or into government forever but in core enjoyment so it's one of them so now core enjoyment into government forever you go for the surgical method but the most important thing every chairman use of barrier method chairman condoms because using condoms I know the it go STIs sexual transmitted disease I know the go there so they're very important because the other methods all the other methods are TET from sexually transmitted diseases. The sexually transmitted diseases not only TK talking here, they're talking material, so anyone can have it. Very long contraceptive. Our parents, contraceptive cannot have abstinence, they stay for along the way. I have a question.
Thank you, thank you. The chin ga ywer tina ya you chakar man the little ka live no. What those contraceptives are, different type of them jake ywer and the impact, negative impact and positive impact and brand because ya la ting you below you. So ke chalum ke my take away before ban question chi audience chi ka teach ba ka is that first of all, when you're deciding about what contraceptive to use, you have to decide why are you doing it. You know, it's very important because the very choice we make about our reproductive health and repercussion on our overall health and also our future if you plan by in one opinion. So when you are choosing whatever method you are choosing, for example, ask yourself, or ask yourself, why am I doing this? And am I ready to face the consequences? You have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? And am I ready to shoulder the consequences as the same family planning when modern value use. And care rich a rate now wow. South Sudanese is a special monjang. Why Gurio Bugula came and can very important. Kini man mo kini tik akim is very important. Ba lo akim barat check barat ni. No ko you to man ato you mal because I ain't twanye that kene chalo ye twanye this can ran. Kwa kene kwan chok mama do or baba do kin for. Ye tom diri you go na daman mi ajini la kor ba jara when kor a future to just start ke impact of that ke teron go ben kan yin ha ke chat ken remedy. But if now, while like man panta and kin pan west, we do medical checkup like annually. That's mandatory. Like you have every year you have to go and do like general blood work and everything to check if you are doing well. If not no twenty do to you go there, do I check like every 3 months or every 6 months to make sure your health because otherwise your health is your wealth. And so Balakim is very important. Benong gynecologist do kinetic very important in your life. Be ala check. You are thinking into God is okay. And that's why this conversation is important. We realize that if not keeping the being in a so very important. Thank you for your time, Dr. March, on that. Someone has a question, not very interesting. So someone has a question here. How dangerous is it to have sex during menstruation or during menstrual time? If you have any answer to that, you don't have to answer in ping. And in addition to that, Alakira also that about contraceptive and pregnancy, man health and hygiene, and of course diet is crucial for the well-being of the mother and the child. Can you talk more about that, about men's health, hygiene, and diet, and how it impacts, the mother or even the couple, who are planning to have a baby?
Okay, Ben and Angra are one jam long having sex during menstruation. Possible thing for women during menstruation, na Iran to think or because na Iran one can think in what in a young man don't know. Young man, could do no in Panya, Jalila Cook, or lost Kulikula Bante. Even you don't know whether any woman hereby don't know are they menstruating or not. But women, they know it very well. Now, you don't menstruate, then you have cramps. So it is so painful and unpleasant. And inside your uterus, there's a wound there as you are shedding off shedding off those cells. So the cells are will collapse when you can created when the mother supply blood will die when you shed off. So it is so painful. So in reason when you should not have sex during that time because it's very painful, nothing painful. I chair that thing, I chair pleasant. And she's bleeding, and when she's bleeding, there's blood there. And let me say in the can along run, can query long, how does the blood smell possible? You have to know it. And then you are going to have sex with somebody who is bleeding, and the blood has not gone inside the vagina. Vagina tube method, like 6 meters, centimeters long, 6 centimeters long, and there's blood inside, particles of blood. So you have to come and put your penis inside later, bring it out with a lot of blood. smell. So talking, you have to wait until the menstruation length of when she's now clean. Anything like a dirty day. In a dirty day, what is that dirty thing? So there's blood inside, and that blood is being broken down by bacteria, because bacteria are inside. It go bacteria bad. Yeah, good bacteria, bad bacteria. So I need to decompose. And then cramps out of is also painful. You get on talking. Then krala kiyana
Thank you. And before we look around, Kiri, so you know, daman querying, who better can anyway, to be honest, it's absolutely up to you. But personally, much. I think what Dr. Mach is saying is just massage. There are cramps that are happening, a remco, a remjuj. If you can do that, penetrate, you are doing service, then because first of all, in the bad twine, you know, the bala okay, because no wound inside her that infection, the risk of infection are very high at that time. Both for both of you. So if you can avoid, of course, you can use a different ways of how to do that. If you really want it, jam when to do. When we talk about conception and pregnancy, man health, should be at the center of it. And not just men health, men hygiene as well, and also the diet are a very important aspect of it. Can you talk more about that? How men's health, hygiene, and diet affect the well-being of the mother or men corbidiet altogether?
Okay. Kato kar baganye anything yellow it is originate from DNA. A long diet ke bananja originate from DNA. The DNA on yellow there is a alkaloid from acid, amino acid. So amino acid sequence ke get tau into the DNA system. You can protein, protein and okay. So now if you eat enough diet, foods which are containing like proteins mainly, and then mineral salts and some vitamins. So kaka creation like the actually loyal. So if you are lacking certain things, assuming that in budun dagwa towel and we long to can yin I to that. So your house will have to look like the bricks that you are using. That's why if you have a good diet, you have a good amount of proteins that are needed, a good amount of vitamins, okay, then come and do the right form like okay. Allow me to be like me I got the other issue, now problem. So can a law and cross on to both, but especially the female after conception. So you have to eat very well. When attack it because first of all Kwang which loy fuse are like in sperm. This sperm, the quality of sperm language, a loy created from the DNA at the first place. And that DNA, a loy from foods you get especially proteins, which are vitamins. After sperm which loy, talk and go fertilization, which you in the point in which you have no any other issue. The rest of the thing are the next 9 month BT earlier. So take a support the na reason en chang pe da meta chak ku meta chak a core a lot of proteins when you get any part of the body when you low. Let's assume that we are making let me say we are making eyes and eyes they have their DNA for making eyes and we have different sequence for making that thing but there are not enough resources available so a loyal kalam kalu lab wa chile ngay na ngin ko when ke low ko even ke ka ko rich they are eating anything they get so me diga di that better than some people when talk a very poor so we mean man around rich in a different can okay you keep up a rich but you can afford those things you now we ban all along the health nang long reproduction pregnancy the health then we cut across the kill the health I will be because first of all Chlorata and sexual transmitted disease in them. and name is, let us say that in syphilis. So syphilis apply and thing do and actually never got at that time of pregnancy. Level you are pregnant in kinam syphilis. But syphilis a level bella yet to do the and then back will take me a block lady. Now let me a syphilis a little matter at the command during back canal to DTN. Even syphilis rather a placenta any young lab mother able cross number. The natural number the authority that is then abortion a little balloon it was still back syphilis a little in the brain melon damage. So it can not brain damage. The man will love the area child of learning disabilities. So when we cut across now and not be long in hiking. Even in intake command, now lung infection, sexually transmitted disease here that because I think what you okay along other sexually transmitted diseases. Yeah, you get it through sex. You can get it from like normal hygiene in order, especially in Iran when you don't take care of hygiene. Go to man, they are point of in-law to me, in-law you are there on the ground. So every pathogen or the heritage coming into contact with you. And then if there's a pathogen blow into your reproductive tract, so a bila an issue. You can allow man affected. So I love abortion and what cause at the end of the day. Even now the man who you're almost to give birth, who lemon let the hitala of men affected. So there are a lot of them now about and how they affect. But the question I could answer in this way. I hope question when STI to plan to tell you some of the diseases STI and their effect on your body in a good facility.
Thank you so much. I hope Alakiri, your question has been well addressed. I thought because I not talk who does talk, but we are almost going to our 1 hour and 30 minute time marks. But question about have if you can answer them briefly, and if not, no question in audience, I also give you one chance to ask. But yeah, Dr. Mike, this is valuable time to get work, then work educate on how. Yeah.
Long when hygiene, we know by Panagian, the gel medial entering the gel take gel man that is that of error. Now, when you take an intimate like a deep, woman do mostly Panjam with like a deep by. And then hygiene and a chair hygiene. Even the gum, I will let think. I let think of Bangan can I let Yinas Pana came I very different because during time we get and back gam. I let take a chang I let it already disinfect, so I can lose sterilize. But I take a banana like an albionga and go chang some weeks ago, a benefit gum. Chin after level one pure water with a gum. Now, man, Rimer can go because Rimer can go cheap. Rimer can go, they have never get access to any parasite, like the bacteria or anything. Kaya baby like cause so rimka won't get virgin just put on that way. Then mega bija gam ta na le ku kiya loy na chi gam. Them say that lonyanen ke lonyanen hogam wote. I think it's the same thing the cats to quite. On a chima ben be la ku chi me mu walang na kede ya talk e chol no boy. Nara kabidai da lum ku chi mu ko dam na mo kabi chi mu una chi mu ma la ke umra loy tan alang bacteria ke to since erandi ke alang no men now immune system na the bacteria can keep shut so aki and loy infect bangen ke ta go because ache she's healthy but immune system that will keep strong but irama bacteria jala no yung braloy after 3 days 5 days 1 week meda ko so we rich ku bacteria that are advanced to other system of jobbing on affect maybe be pneumonia lungs ku koi ka ban from nowhere ke ke banem ku ram banem ban ku go me dom go me go team top because ran ben am yal by the way, especially na me to di jaba adu near jaba ita. So you are coming from nowhere with a lot of jams. Baka ba yen me even alam chen me alam chen me kuma wel biscuit ken kum abu boy contaminated. So ita an me da jaba na de me jaba rete kana la yo bro man me da benam jam le man dia liom nang ga chol mo ga me de kwan go me de kwan la yi ngade I mit kwan like any ran man go like ko ran ben lang ran din man go ko ran man go ja le ke ngade ke lang kir ke ni iran wa ja kya ben aker ko ja le symptoms ke be ja ke lui manifest yen ke ran na ni chi ko ka le ke ngade ke lang ni ka and at the end of the day when you pan ke ma chin ba ka ke pi to so me kuch ba ke me da suppose be addict dictora wache man yana na chakwena bachelor's degree in to ma general so but in case so specific manala jala for masters ke dictora jala galan ko wana pediatrics doctors can be take so kaka ni na power kinye kwen more than any other person and it ke benjamin could be presented now man do bajalo ma le man do ja for way I think ko balara ke ajat kana ke jala ke lang kana ko ke yulo anyone ke public health and the public health the law crisis alarm the in the country so in charge of Canada you in ko ne woman the way ma da ja ba ko he wants money but we are called like keep like in the job anyway I keep on mechanic some medical professional I'm sorry but they are just like mechanic which you get actually work on level can then body can't wrong in case if to work kan ka chalo ban ku tem ba ku din ne ko ya an ba te ku na ni ya dan to pion lo to nang ra ni lo yen ke na ne ti kwana nga to kan so me they are very delicate in get ni ha ni ni bi ni man we should be aware we ko ba sure na ba ban tang man do in to in very clean let me that support the clean and because immune system ya mo more can we are exposed to jam if there's a way of being man were prevented, to lung access, the dying in those few weeks, even 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, kitchen ko be bandi and the jar can control. You could do lara being yard, maybe someone check on you, then I go a call. Now go more I think of lung problem can I create your rickets like vitamin D and so carbon metamu very delicate.
Wow, wow, wow. That last piece that you could do me is very critical. Thank you for adding that perspective for sure. Really, really important. When in I think that book dumb will in fact just watch what you got like it when I think if someone watching this will find this useful. So thank you and thank you all for sharing this conversation to reach people that might benefit from it. Very rich conversation on health and also on a newborn babies and children. The next question that I'm really, really keen and I got on there is what role does education, what advocacy and education platform, what role does education play in preventing and managing STIs or STDs? And what can communities do? I want back a marker to really break this silence and stigma around STDs. Like, people don't talk about sex and reproductive health because of the stigma associated with it and trying to educate. So, how can education and community awareness help, basically?
The ban on sexually transmitted diseases. The first name is sexually transmitted disease. You can do transmit through sex. And then stigma bejabant another. The lang and because health professionals I ban, wala ministries of health, wala NGOs, I ban because health the way conduct. So they come at least once in a year I ban. So that's opportunity when look it on me, like I keep it. But the first thing come ban and run, like when you HIV. Was a HIV rampant. because HIV which you don't catching treatment. Inga ke ne kan ne HIV to kan yin kan kan yin. So they could come with the name of coming to check sexual transmitted disease ku HIV and ke what on top of the list then. So ke beto ina mala wala le tingo 8. Kuma na tingo 8 wala I have never played sex, so yeah, you know. But that thing at a chance will be in other things we can watch here. Money gonorrhea, money syphilis. Because syphilis is a very bring of everything. A ban could jail, to you go to and a very silent. Be with jail, be with jail, be with jail. It is not painful. A ban could use sign can go jail. So at the end of the day, never could win effect. I will be no. So, kind na lang ngade chia ban yang NGOs ya ban ga ko anything from Ministry of Health bo ka web temu on health yeah long sexual transmitted disease ni ni ra ga ba la check ko la check HIV go le lo check at the end of the day in brio and again na le HIV to go la go wa la then ka bu to in ba le that community of Angen like unprosperous because in your HIV no man you talk any so at the end of the day you talk like in prostitute. So HIV I never buy from other things man a sharp object. Lang which let me assume that you wait till my when to le we la mai lang ku chero lo te me be in rana cha tor walang ran tor ni mi jala ku ran le bala ko in but to le bala ye to when you everyone from anywhere, anyhow, you know, belong to Tung Tokani, you tung of law in contact, I look in a Riamon Queer, Langrana. So can I know be Kuran to Kulan Shabi Kalokudom, what she done me, so man chin la nyita bakulina factala ko zaman jela no realize me zaman ne looking at an MP and I will check and checking it is not so checking HIV we are checking so many other things malaria syphilis chlamydia kagaka and kaka they have effect on you alang contribute effect when children fertility when you let me say fertility in general. And if you can give me time through some of the most important sexual transmitted diseases, because dating, because the Lord check. Human syphilis when China so syphilis is when talking chronic. I live with it can man mandom. Loniana you have through sex, but it's not really through sex. So possible allow be run transmitted through sex. Syphilis is anybody. Now, Iran is talk diametric and balai bar could affect your sexual partner. So be good to make them. Nacho we don't ban a like man one bar the I man to go on me, I think why about it. I love an sibling because siblings I love Bangade be lap loy cross with a number of them were affected. And one of the things. Okay, Jalo siblings I love the brain a little bit damage, John with a little bit damage. Who can learning abilities I can reduce at number. So a long talk can follow so the beginning will prevent and antidialoid diagnosis like 3 months earlier syphilis. So 3 months human na dom human call syphilis within the next 3 months talang chance they need syphilis to me in the but na Iran when jakar keep them go because we have that attitude in your brain that they are going to check HIV. You have never had sex with anybody, then you will never know that you have syphilis because syphilis never you anyway. So kera loy syphilis, binani sign of syphilis. Syphilis is a gap along primary one, secondary one, tertiary syphilis. So the primary one, they can loy along the child country loy. Let me say, should I use like okay to make it easier? There are some words you can use, slangs you can use to benefit genital organs mention. Let me say to men, penis or making joma when it has makes a wound kitchen on deep pipe, it's your country. They just slide or share to but I'm using the phone to screen sharing a chill support. So here in the past, I chair talk, so I never burn once, which he talk. When I talk any yin, watch it talk, caliber bong, because something by the way to do with genital organs, a very hard ball time manifest in Angram, maybe a level of knowledge to me and then I don't want him. Again, embryo, Balapana, Imbala Nuatan, Bajalapana, Tim, the Lichul and Nuapana, so let me assume that doctor is a female doctor. It's another big issue. Even another man, the organ will remember in embryo. And since it's not painful, it's not more painful. Then about 2 to 6 weeks, 6 to 2 weeks, a little bit within 2 weeks or 6 weeks, a little bit jar. So now the jar when scar appeared. So when we apply to both men or females, so I can't get to that thing come in country ben when I did jar can really come in yellow when to do what you don't jump in my jar you stay in the then in maybe in another so we are symptomatic and then in the next 2 or 24 months a level of Buchian. When I get a Buchian, I'll be the lawyer be and the natural here anywhere in your body, in the secondary sickness. The basa here with the lawyer go. Sasia anywhere in your body, even chin could be like joke. Basa here lawyer. The loyal patches and all of them are actually painful because the loyal nerves endings are chicken and chicken. You don't feel them. Patches are because the palanga yet matter or what. So now what is the level along the nature made that chill quite war. Now zaman kin to counting to lang the chill each kakan and when the chola what's kakan. So I ban why ban on the penis, why ban also on the vulva that female party and long day. So I chill it and so can I have a year civil now not a bad jolly and so a little bit jar not a jar with your better gentani kayan ga jala ta shar civilis muta shar civilis ya bi jalo yom ku yala bi yom ku ya jate jalo advanced to your bones yom ku jate ku know within your bones and that you yam loitin ya blood that you know loitin go ya white blood cells ya red blood cells and loitin tan na lekal way affected all engine problem that thing. So white blood cells will reduce, red blood cells are going to reduce. That all skin and will affected command in the liver. Now liver it and natural liver in the center of everything. They then actually liver and get when you proteins like loitin and proteins proteins ka wana rim chadu aloy ka tana lang kit ka ma lang mechanism ta bari am ki ko so I told clotted so proteins ka ka loitin then adi jare de ka loy liver detoxification la loy liver na lang ka ta cha me tin cha ma lang chemicals ka ko loy detoxify ka loy liver now, liver bacteria, yung broloid and other system, they will burn along problems, lung problems, bleeding, lung problems, proteins, molecule proteins, anything, low you go, you're repairing, low, even in your heart, because along cholesterol, or you go, cholesterol, along good and bad cholesterol, together, liver to control. Now, the liver bacteria, bad cholesterol, are not accumulating, go, who are big and get your thrombosis. So when you inside rer ku long thing lang ke ben plaque ben ku tawa kaka na dia cholesterol then let me say analogy chairman bati of tower na kwer kada tower ti of kwer ken ga en ga cha thrombosis na chi piu na chi ben ku take ya la bi wa ye ka chol embolism so ab ya war kana ria mi go na chi war kana ria mi go wa la abla anywhere because wo do lang rar won to ke main ku ra ke ni la te man ke la lang ka won ja ba la ku ra ke ko da in different part kana lo supply na le ku le ke ra to wo block ala in case riamba na ku re pyo ku pyo ndu ka ja ba lo pump to other part because na ji lang chance benen la yi rimun na ni do lo supply abla flora ko ne cha pya out ye to no abla ni to cha la ku le ra to wo block yen ga ke ja chol na de ne yen ga ke chol Ramnumar. Younger when you actual stroke, so in lung stroke. So stroke is because blood vessel in your brain it will block, and that part of the brain is not receiving oxygen, is not receiving nutrients correctly, so it will begin dying. So you just find that you, at some point you will feel like those are common Germany fever, you get comfortable in a Malaysia. Remember, they Imran to get alone. So it's stroke because that part of the brain very well will effect. So anything, actually, or from which German, German sibling, yeah, something like that. Actually, escalate here. Well, in Kara effect a sibling, and then Bangan siblings, they call not like I siblings will touch other siblings. 80% cohesiveness kano ayen cardiovascular system ni relate kana piondo kujara yo ko mun jabo yo la stroke kujara ko ko like riamalo block le kidneys ko rar won atalis won na lo kidneys be pular to riam ko pu ga jalo ngade ga janya itin ni jabla jalo bi block and then kidneys ko area in lang kidney da ba si people having kidney damage. One of the things we biological is cardiovascular system can be affected. So then 20% in neurological damage. So neurons we any annually go on damage. Then while I'm coming to gonorrhea, one of the sexual transmitted diseases. Gonorrhea very resistant already, along with immunity resistant. Gonorrhea resistant to catching tetracycline, equinoquinol, penicillin. Resistant nanke lo kibra lo ta na ti gonorrhea idom e yong blood urethra e lo affect urethra to when like independently e lo affects ujala rectum rectum along in in fact tong jenga yu to la mo ko ban but along that along thin so rectum e civil say lo affect because nangin ka ka yitar bana to that same line. So syphilis could then really affect lung teeth, giant vagina, in a vulva. So along chances when we some of those bacteria be get up to your anus, they go and affect let rectum do affect. So your rectum can be inflamed. Now a little bit larynx I can be affected. Larynx I have the uroten, but road will be inflamed. No need in a jayo, we have this guy and well now manchi pinjala kla tueng and well ko ni pa alang ko to ba anya na I hope you guys you have to lick in your oral sex then im lo kulora ye kada ye mun ci sibli dom ye kada tin ci sibli dom you have to go and lick it na ka lo lick alla abani hot we rot affect now man can rot affected you use antibiotics. And then you wrote you know no good bacteria tournament and we wrote and we can protected. Kujala you young anything to do with my oral cavity. Kujala you know good bacteria. Now you may and those antibiotics. Antibiotics are belong chances when we get bacteria we are now. You have to kill them because gonorrhea when it is resistant to some of the antibiotics. So even antibiotics will talk very strong or broad spectrum antibiotic. You have to go and kill those good bacteria, and then you will have more other infection, more than the civil down the road. Now here are lang inch long when we inch around civil lang so civil na can we manifest can we manifest yita can we manifest yiro and the next day you will go to another person then rana bala nyan gurana kin civil and then sibling you want ya gonorrhea I mean sorry jamo gonorrhea so gonorrhea do to yiro na lo transfer nang through oral sex so it doesn't mean that sexual transmitted diseases so and that it is only it is only linked only to private parts now. even other parts man ci ne go ni long yiro so dang na bloy te le in ma di ta in te mo lang go noria di tin me ka bacteria ka le bit long cho ka me zo ni inflame la chol conjunctivitis na ci me ni win inflame ala bi me ni but lo yong bro lo te bi cornea bi scar ti jere na dem kana pa de chol cornea a blank scar na le lu scar la le dem ku me ke cho even ni ran do exactly long koi ko koi ling so you use your hand and at the end of the day what do? You will have to touch your eyes with your hand and then go noria ga tawin so ci lo ni na pep tele bu ya me de ni ran ja ran ta even ja ke tar ni ran ci ko noria dom wa ran ci ko noria dom bala ja ta ba ko ja ke ni and the problem kan de ci ya na problem ni kujala pelvic inflammatory disease because of ben luy ga chirman sabit sa buka luy inflama la na lu sabit inflam kala buya di pas no no ka chin na pen chiu e ka luy inflam na ji kala luy inflama la ya kok to within yin ka within inside yi yo yan ka pelvic inflammatory disease ku along high rates of infertility was scarring a guloya la long ngade long when a pian tube serious and can nyai profiling tuama barrier then in ka long infertility kan in ka long syphilis so along the chlamydia so chlamydia ni na helwa affected kama the same thing chlamydia allow the hindu allow the affect low in oral sex kaman so yin nyam ko je le no pa then le ro ka yi chalang lang connection kan ni to in ka kana changa ma rete ji samta ji chinga ku cha to ma min yo ke ni ji la ji ali to to ke no nang na de ko lo ye te ne block nang to when ye pressure lo regulate so ali ko ji la tin then to make a te na le lo block pressure bi tin in ka ina la ji so ta na chlamydia lo blocking ye na bacteria chlamydia you will affect so you need to otitis. Otitis is inflammation in either your inner ear, your middle ear, outer ear, and inflammation. Now, actually, inflammation like with the ear trunk and or anything like any important the sensor because transmit to your brain, you get damage. Here with the end, intimate again, so intimate could mean and this simple thing. Come in like a sexual transmitted disease. So a lot of different things. Then by sexual transmitted disease, being at the bay. So the lawyer and chlamydia. The lawyer, like a chicken one can be inflammation of the urethra, inflammation of the fallopian tube, there will be ectopic pregnancy, because I can see when she fertilized egg by through the endometrium, they can implant anywhere, never implant within the fallopian tube, so can really come with the chila kieko. Wadia could a parallel because I can get that, I can get because koi kwal pan jeng la ting wel ya pa chi na pa na ken la lu che de ne la chi ka na de chong yo na ta le ya la lu che ka la ting la ta no first important thing the men na chi di why the baby growing ultrasound la ting na chi le ku na de chi la die ko le ni chi me ka dir wa die da che da lu expand okay tong jeng ai do ga die ni jero ba de pen tube che lu expand chi ma na uterus so le bi red na chi red yen ka problem ben ale bu fertility next time ale bu riok ale bu kok to yi long tin because long yi long titi long fallopian tube long borders can you related yen yi long tin ku yen fallopian tube so natural long to yi chin tin those bleeding developing bacteria of that part inflammation will increase could be another problem, which is not again a good one when you have sexual transmitted diseases. So what you better reproductive panel problem, yala that different parts of the PI. Walang herpes virus. Herpes virus is very stubborn already. In herpes, agave. So if you want herpes syphilis virus too. alam gede na chiran na ti be malaria na chajale na ko malaria do jaja lale inja tokke tetene jolala anti malaria ta twalto anti be malaria so e na happy is it because happy is on modern ko kuchi dom kujia kacha jal forever era mopin it stays within your nerves in your opinion na e zaman chinin chi bende dom jima malaria en yen go le kalu reactivate na chi lu reactivate kayen ke biga pa to yen to tom mun dom to wala no tele be ai to the other different infection level because the jalba pa itani ngalon talen so yen happy sibla virus a vulva is affected inflammation of the vulva vulva is out of part of the vagina long to the cervix, the perimetrium. Perimetrium is the outer part of the muscle in life. I don't know. The lung on the channel is screen or share the better determinant. So I get only inflamed, very painful already. Now, chin dom the you cannot be able to walk because it's very painful. Now, Iran, gigantic gland, much long glands, much it has to shine, shine. Because wounds I can ulceration I can it top I can and when on the female vulva along the vesicular virus. Kaluku metalabu dom yare na chimati dom during the birth to deep in kaluku man dwala dom. Na chiman to dom the red of the death we say happy to dom during birth. So yeah 50%, 50%, 50-50, either P or no. Herpes-simplex virus. The local cytomegalovirus is part of herpes here. So it transmitted sexually. The within saliva. A toy salivary gland had an infection, but it transmits sexually at the dump of glands and glands when go eat of like affected. When I think dump of, in case I can use through sex, by any way a chi local glands ke chocolate will affect a little bit burda. So what can we manifest a can you feel like okay because if anything the bejal banala ke can toy each United States and then effect the yellow nature system to yellow no well pala kaka white blood cells so ka jalo manifest with the line so na tom talking in ko ja white and you go and do sex, when you go the other way, you look at yan, let an umpire, you transmit to another person the same way. Vice versa, na charan to kan yan chala loy likala ke bana ni di tom to so that talk which you can. And then one of which are human papillomavirus. Human papillomavirus, by the way, 99% they are when cervix cancer cervical cancer, and human papillomavirus. So human papillomavirus, a little bit of any for so many years, little bit of any gene, kitchen it, but a tomta. So, okay, Lloyd, cells quite affected with the atom. The jala stage, so along 3 stages, covolutional cervical intraepithelial dysplasia. So, cells will along the needle grow I can avoid trap because I'm not DNA and DNA and replicate within you. Could you self could we grow I can avoid trap. So now can I make it pap smear test into their area. So what we grow can in human papillomavirus. Chilo stage 1, a change, stage 2, a change, natural stage 3, very far, which is like then will be jala cancer. So jala carcinoma. Now stage 1, stage 12 dialogue management. Natural stage 3 area dialogue management. Natural jala jala carcinoma, which means that cancer jala will cross jala chilete to other parts. Yeah? So a level grow a level structure very close to cervix kichimana alert when you like a thing and yet all urinary bladder a little bit clear thing. Natural pinala color like the blood block because like I went through ureta, tea, madi, rokui, So natural of like a web blog because cancer a chill thing. Woga actually like block from your kidneys at the end of the bladder. So like a blue flood to your kidneys. Kidneys are very damaged. So there are a lot of things moving from your kidney. When you get your waste product, called kanyai. So you will have like kidney stones because the minerals they are called kanyai go and we accumulate human calcium. So in belong stones below stones go below like a kidney area. Now, Imlanga Kirman urea Skondukanyai. Urea will accumulate it go. Then you have problem with other system. A toxic to your brain, brain of blood, with damage, other things. Kajwi Kong can win that you cannot imagine, but just from sex while in very negligent. But sex is just something urgent at that moment that you want it, but after some time it is gone. And then consequences of the abandoned in other. And Kachirman is papilloma virus. You are affected and you are not feeling it whether you have it. Because that can heal for years, couple of 20 years. You don't talk. It's just there, but you don't know. The only day in subcutaneous cancer. Subcutaneous cancer, which you don't want to employ, we have to remove the cervix. Cervix, a little bit uterus, long thing. So, it means that in chicken do chin baby like you cut already. So, in that or in steroid, it's already infertility, as well as infertility. So, while I'm here to all trichomana vaginalis. So can I ngadi kai dom like a little glands kwa little dom ke glands ke much kujala vulvarity. So alam discharge or this one you should know like until you have to know your discharge go to can yin. So nalang well of being in kaga in a visual access for discharge okay. You cannot discharge okay, you cannot discharge okay. Can you put you down? If you are seeing discharge when you appropriate, then you have to run so fast. Balapan check out your own mistake engine. So can one of the things that we were affected. Inflammation can yi cervix, I look alone, inflammation can yi urethra, yi vagina, alo cake na ni kaka yi affected already. I beg them, like ko biko tani na teeth. So that all I'm very simple mosquito deer. Now deer are wala ni female anopheles mosquito, yeah, Aedes mosquito. A simple thing, yan ka sexually transmitted disease, I can whenever you through sex. But non will kill pandu, Niglangi and sexually transmitted disease. Pupil when ka puto pulo and wachiga or nyai, wachel dear kachil. So Niglangi and sexually transmitted disease because kita through sex. But now la ko bo ku doma ngadi na mosquito de ni Aedes mosquito yeni ko yen filaria. Filaria really fatigue system in ga lo affected. Na le lo affect ala yo biendi lymph drainage of area. So ku lo alam ko ya min ga chobut ina ni ji chobut kidi. So if there are physical down. So kale lo ita tunangin nyamai. Ale bu nyan ko ale ko lo inflame. Na changen kan yan ko tulu in flame ko yen chula ja jo da la kala tin ni da de la yen ne benef na keni ngade kana chobut ko in da la ba la men bala lo check up because at the end of the day yan ko wala ka yo ala kede ne chola vast difference level of affected and vast difference I ngada is pumps I ke tepe ye epidermis when yana ngade yana pumps na store be kalu ngade we can't really mature thing and look affected. Now that's difference at all in a way that actually stimulate nerves can support to contract. But the end of the will thicken causing the filaria chikam will thicken. Naturally thicken with the will contract. Now even if not can epidermis to can be affected, sperms were okay. They actually not be end by pipe because they have to be to come out through a contractile movement. So they're not coming out. Broken actually an infertility. It is just coming from a mosquito. So can I like you have to know the sexually transmitted diseases You get dangerous because they are not just limited to that part. I will cut across. Anything proloid to other part. They cross to other part of the body. I mean, Alliance so much effect. Kalau kita boleh imagine, jika bani di jika ni, kalau kita yang ni, the logiran tahu ni lebih ni, they are not all painful. Langkah to any unit is not painful. So since it's not painful, I've just don't talk any earlier. Others are not showing up, but they are working at the background. News which are banking in news will be done different way. Tapi anytime I someone thinking you that you have something you've been in love and can be in the check up low. You just do check up anything to come here. Good result, bad result, I bad result, you have to begin tackling that problem. But also
Wow, wow, wow. What a wealth of information. I'm from calling you to it. I know that you charge and done it and change you the better. The information being shared here is too deep. Something I don't want to talk about charity, but can thing to do with health. I can go get so clear. So thank you so much, Minda, for sharing this information. Anything about STIs, STDs are very important. And keep being a check the money mosquitoes, I'll be go STI. So we're kind of stigma. I can't go good no coverage through sex. It could be mosquito, any chiran kai, or maybe charala chim to ran on the chela yantin. So I think I share and I very important. So look, this video will share and announcing your concern or comments, get out cake in the comment section and I'll book a back when I after the show. And Dr. Mike can also respond to some of those in the comment section. We are almost 3 minutes away from 2 hours. That is the maximum time we go for a U-turn. We try to make it 1 hour, 1:30. Sometimes now deep conversation like this which need time because we're one by one with evidence and facts to over time. So I just want to give Dr. Mike one moment. Now, in Iran, Ben topic there today was about reproductive health. How can we really advance it or promote or create awareness on reproductive health? Spotlighting issues, okay, infertility, and also how to promote good health for both men and women in our community and might have shared so many resources that now la video yala in full queue will be filled. All your question I'll they'll answer. Now I can answer okay, at the end of the day, I might when you go to see your doctor, you need to always see doctor. So before Ben workshop conclude, might go away on a last message, short the U-turn message. And the U-turn message is basically like 1, 2, 3 takeaways that our U10 community members can learn from this conversation. If you were to summarize, some key points or takeaway for young couples, for people, the educated youth, men and women, or our community, or even our healthcare sector or government, whatever area you want to leave your message on this topic, then what would that message look like? So take your 2 minutes to share your U-turn message, and then we'll be showed our booth here after that. Thank you.
okay. My U-turn message long because kedim war tarin kan loy. Let's take for instance compare to share reproductive health is mainly meant for female because if there's anything to touch with female reproductive health, kaya diar ka kaya lo share. Diar ka ba lo share ke diar ba na ba ya na do. Now let me say information that gam na ku ko ko so you have to know alam man who doing and is doing anything concerning health to again maybe let me say a law which man jam ban ko ngeni ngula ngadi yang mo chidin to kayela kana budela kana ko bala pana ke la ya jam ju ba tin du ma pe in lo in ko bin kai gwa ba ngade or na man to primary because health I pure primary science pure and na tana yi 67 along other things in the future. So man thin ko la ban ku ni la yin ngare yin ko wa pa no so yi de bo pa bial primary school go ngari go ba ni no wa yu tok rio ki ko ba na related to health but le chi man nyan kun to ba or another relative like in about anything signing menstruation but you are no or anything to do. Yeah, menstruation is very important. If you are a young penetrate, kaka yan ka muri o ya ga we ka ko ba ko ni wa those all things. So ko ba ka so na le ku ni to ma ko ba ni kitam da ti bi ko da le ba jwa tin tan ko bi ko no like STIs are not so strict to anything to do with sex. Live in another way, the women are ben could be affected. And now let check up here ben kuma da kudu shy away. In water and check up here to ben juba HIV we check watching God do it and a lot of cholo. Yeah, it is your health. We call it and you check. What do you mean about that? So a call by no marry, now local check up then local check HIV. Don't think that it is HIV to play check, cock up bank check. Now if you trust yourself by eating HIV, yeah, you sure eating HIV. But go long cock the bakala you can affected and it is free of charge. The chance that you buy next time, I'll open a thing and then you have to pay some money to see somebody. Like I will call up and being very Torian go, will call up the testing. So it is a lot of charges. So call back when you are all this kind of thing. So dalam chances jaban ke help the core of core help the core lawyer affecting the right way. You grab it right away. Don't shy away from it. So you have to be careful with your health all the day, all the time. Don't get the call, die, call.
Wow, thank you so much. That is really powerful U-turn message. So wake up video of ping. The U-turn message there is you need to make a U-turn in your thinking about, accessing healthcare and, taking care of your own health. Make it get a number one priority. Yeah, and ja ko lwel wo trusting community special wo monjang yin le bala ku tiagran ku la ku gal ke ta ka we ke ro check yak pial ku gu and in this world jen 2020 jen ke ni na tul tul ko gu we need to make it a priority. But I'm gonna same go before when we're you. Okay, don't trust anyone. Just blind because your health, in your life, in your wealth, in your ticket very pinum, in ticket being in in future, and you have to protect your body. You don't say na jaga barrier, we have a long distance marriage, especially walk out here. No rotiro to diar ken ka air Africa or diator or can get in our area na yoga every time. In Juba, please, there is so much. There's epidemic of HIV and AIDS, and also I heard about also hepatitis and other illnesses. They chicken discussed. Please make sure testing is important. So the back the door what could be a core is the kind of treatment that Dr. Martin will let make our health a priority. And give my U10 message by Marathon, let make our health a priority. And I think if not no catch doing we can get pin today from March, okay, you need to go and Google his name, actual Dr. March on Facebook. He offers, advice. Again, to go queen about, health, a health advocate. Even if you're a student, I can pick and take a ping bin ka information lum ku jo ku dula jala research non or jala non dictor bi jala yen verified information but at least they yen some perspective on how to get started on your health. So please go and follow him, share this message bino ko ko leke you le bino ku ke. Thank you so much. We coach here can walk for the whole 2 hours. This is the longest, and I can't believe. Yeah, you all know other U10 members near get 4 hours. So thank God. And I'm going to get that thing. So we take a late then while work a cage. Abraham call your participation is top notch. Alakir, you participate in the comment. Thank you so much. Now you can we be judge. If you are new, you can wait on show every Saturday at 1 p.m. Toronto time or Eastern time, which is Juba time here 7 p.m. 9 East Africa time here 8 p.m. Sometimes who guests from Australia or other part of the world in the eastern side, time okay. But the standard time is Saturday around this time. So thank you. Always visit our page. Next Saturday, wabnong engineer ton bella do wabe ben wet life and success. So thank you so much, Minda. Have a wonderful time. Thanks for your knowledge, for your time, and continue with the good work of advocacy about health. And you need to in this space, a space that not many people are in. And so do your best, and we see you, we applaud you. Koke lu you comment to the U-turn ya nyar kwal, naliken way Chala Bakada, change makers identify and recommend them for opportunities like this. So thank you, thank you. Have a wonderful day.
Yeah, bye.